This poem was inspired by Alfred Lord Tennyson's poem, The Charge of the Light Brigade, and it's called The Mighty Semmer. The mighty Semmer of the Light Brigade, soaked in nervous beads of sweat and anxious for the time at hand, the monstrous beast whom glory met dug his hooves into the sand. His mane of brilliant silver shone and waved like banners in the wind. Since that day no gale has blown, and neither has a mortal sinned. Late October, as I remember, was frozen like the plains of hell. And there he stood, the mighty Semmer, the greatest beast that ever fell. His sturdy body was white as snow. No other beast was quite so tall. His tail of silver threads did flow, as though it were a waterfall. There he stood above the field, his breaths like clouds in frozen air. Then once the foreign cannons reeled, there was no fury to compare. With anger pounding in his heart, ferocity pumping through his veins, Semmer, the greatest beast, did start his storming of dark Satan's plains. He raced into the jaws he knew, the pit of death he knew too well, and as each shot of cannon flew, he ran yet deeper into hell. His graceful form and easy strides outran the shots which never hit, and as he stormed like ocean tides, he clamped his teeth hard on the bit. Into the deeps of hell he ran, into a curtain of smoke he led, and Semmer, that beast, was braver than man, for as he charged, he sadly bled. The shrapnel flew around the air and stung the beast like tongues of fire, but still he charged with streaming hair, and never once did Semmer tire. His muscles tensed, and then he braced. The moment like a cannon flashed, and terror that no man has faced was woken when the Semmer smashed. He crashed into the waiting flank and pummeled through the lines of men. Since then no fear of man could rank, for Semmer wheeled and charged again. He broke right through the hordes of steel and trampled all those in his way. No man, no beast, nor thing so real could fight like Semmer on that day. At last, when cannons ceased to roar and enemy troops in panic fled, there was Semmer amid the gore, dancing all around the dead. He reared in glory above the plain, for all to see him standing high. Then Semmer with his silver mane sang his final battle cry. The world awoke when Semmer reared. It said that even angels cried, and since that day no man has feared the way those men were terrified. The sky wept, and thunder roared, for at least a year without a break. And once the sky no longer poured, the rivers stopped, for Semmer's sake. October 25th. I remember the day. The beast of beasts so sadly fell, and there I was, amid the fray, with Semmer in the jaws of hell. His body slumped unto the dirt. He rested his head upon my chest, and though he'd never admit his hurt, I saw the saber stuck in his breast. His breath was slow, his eyes were closed, but he wanted to live, so he still fought on. I stroked his mane and rubbed his nose until his last slow breath was drawn. His body lies beneath that spot, never again to feel the blade. Oh, when will Semmer's glory fade? Oh, the wild charge we made. The noble beasts of the Light Brigade. The steeds who carried 600.